Good evening, everybody. I welcome all the participants and today's speaker, Dr. M.C. Sathyanarayana, sir. As you are knowing that this is daily international webinar series, we are gathering here for listening from various speakers invited from India and abroad. We are enjoying here daily different topics from different speakers on the topic of their interest. But the all topics are educating every day. Today, being a holiday, Dr. M.C. Sathyanarayana sir, who is associate professor, now retired, Department of Wildlife Biology, A.V.C. College from Tamilnadu. He joined here to share his speech on ecology, behavior, threats, and conservation of Indian blue peacock. So it's very appreciable thing that today's resource person is engaged himself in doing study of the ecology and to protect the wildlife. Throughout his life, he presented his work in various webinars, various platforms. He also awarded with various awards. So we today eager to know from him about the ecology, behavior, threats, and conservation of Indian blue peacock. If you see the shirt design of him, it's also related to that blue peacock. Thank you, sir. I welcome you. I welcome all the participants, those who are joined here. I request you, you can start your speech. Thank you.
So, good evening to all the participants. Really, I'm thankful to Dr. BETKAR for having introduced me to the participants. And really, I must say one word or two words with Dr. BETKAR. So, when I contacted over phone, because one Dr. Jha shared me your brochure, and immediately I contacted BETKAR, and you won't believe that immediately I said and phone. So he immediately sent a WhatsApp that you send your all detail, name, biodata, or your photo, and the title. And when I sent this WhatsApp, I could not believe. Within after 5 minutes, I got the invitation of the brochure for the today's meeting. And this is what I say, how fast he is. Within minutes, he has prepared this brochure and he said, I accepted for this, and really, I'm very thankful. As a principal, I know the administrative problem. In spite of that, he's a very much interested in the academic aspects are like this. And then I also thank all the organizing committee of this college, because being from college teacher, I always encourage, appreciate the colleges. They are doing wonderful jobs nowadays. Not like earlier days like university, but now I really am very happy that the colleges are coming forward to do a lot of aspects like these activities. Okay, so with this, I think I'm going for the next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, now I'm going to deliver a talk on the Indian Blue Peafowl status. So all of you have seen the peafowl or the peacock. Okay, because you know that this is the national bird of our country. Next, next. Okay, now what I always emphasize to my students, the teachers, the wildlife biologists or the conservationists, that when you want to know about the wild animals, only thing is you must know the external features. Study well your animal, not doing the very good research or field. No, first of all, you just know about, familiarize all the details with regard to the external features of whether it's a peacock or any bird or any animal, even right from the insects. You must know the external features, right? Now, I told you that I'm going to deliver on the peafowl. Why it's called common term peafowl? In the case of the peacock, it is called male, whereas the female is known as peahen. So together, we term them as peafowl. Peafowl is a common term for the male and the female, peacock and peahen. Again, there is a sexual dimorphism like this. You can easily, from externally, you can differentiate between a male and a female. That's why we term called sexual dimorphism. Di means two. Morphologically, we can differentiate the animal. Next slide, please. Okay, now see how many of you are giving interest to the literature. It's a very unfortunate. We study the Sanskrit, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, all the languages. Unfortunately, we never give importance to the literature or the traditional knowledge. I don't know all these things because after the 2015, then I said due to field research programs, all this in wildlife or the wild animal. Now, why can't we try in the Sangam? I was just browsing through the Google and I won't believe, see, how would have multiple name for peacock in Sanskrit literature. See how many names in the Sanskrit they have given. See, when they given 2000 years back, see our ancient poets, they have studied these animals, they have given different names. So don't you think that it's a very appreciable, better than a scientist, a field worker? And they also differentiate between the peacock and peahen. Peahen name Kalapini, Mayuri, Matamor, Murnika, Sikantini, no, previous time, and Shikani. So these are the various names they have given. Aripo, next slide, please. Now, why they have given these names? Yes, there is a meaning for everything. For example, I say a few things. Aripe means enemy of snakes. That means they have observed the behavior of this peacock. Chitrapatlaka, painted feathers because it got a beautiful colored feathers, ornamental feathers. Meganandini, rejoice the cloudy weather. When that's a cloudy weather, it enjoys. Chitrabarhim, painted tail, indicate the tail, barhi, and keki because of the noise. Keki. So that because of the noise, they mentioned as keki, and Mayuraka connect a peacock capture. So these are the various meaning also they have given. Next one. Next slide, please. Okay. Now, if you look at the Tamil literature, because I am interested in the Sangam literature and I also in the Sanskrit literature. In the Sangam literature, if you look at that, they have seen Mayil, Sigi, Sigandam, Nemali, Togi, Vogaram, Mayuram, Kalabi, Pili, Tuvi, Tongal, Staranam. See how many names they have given. Whereas if you go to the any biology or any wildlife, we know about the Indian Blue Peafowl, orchestratus, peacock, like that. So, but if you look at the literature, in 2000 years back, our poets has named with the different names. It's a very wonder. Next one. That's why I said external features, morphological features. You must study very well. That's why I'm showing you what is the adult male. If you look at the adult peacock, it's a shining blue color. It will be very shining, beautiful. The green color will be there. You can see the ear, green color. Next slide. Okay. Now, if you look at the head region, neck region, there will be very blue color. If you look at the black, like glossy green color with a scale defect, like the scales, it will have a scale, like fish scales. It will be like that. Here in this region. Next one. Okay, male peacock, a band from the nostril to the eye. If you look at here, a band. See this top, on top of the eye, it is called the white band. And below the eye, there is a white patch. This is also the distinctive features of the males. Now, there's one other important feature of this animal is that tufted fan-like crest. You have the crest here. It is several fine feathers ending in blue-green fan. It will be a fan-like structure. If you look at the bill, it's a gray in color. So these photographs, I doing a field work, and during that I have took the photographs of the animal because of my interest in the external features. Next. Now look at this wing feathers. If you look at the wing, it is called the wing coverts because it is the wing, brown color, it is the wing. The wing is closed, covered by another type of feathers. when any feather, any part covers the underneath, it is called the covert feather. Covert, which hides the below one. So COVERT, covert feathers. So if you look at the black, finely vermiculated, this covert feather, and if you look at the wing, it will be chestnut or this is the wing. This is the wing. This is not the wing. It is actually covering the wing called covert feathers. Next one. Sorry, before that, I want to say legs. Before that, please. Look at the legs. No, next one. Ah, so this is the pale brownish. Look at the leg. And one important thing of the males is fur, presence of a spine-like structure by which we can also identify the male. Very, because of the any fight they will go fight with the spur. Spur is also a distinctive feature of the male. It's a pale brownish in color. Next slide. Now, if you look at this long feathers, people here emphasize that they used to confuse. If you look at any literature, any book, publication I have seen, even the officials, government, the Department of the Forest, what they mentioned, it's a tail feather. No, it is not a tail. For information, it is not a tail. It actually, the tail is like that. Tail is in tail. This tail is covered by elongated ornamental feather. This part we call as a train feather. Train, train feather. Very important. Because I have seen number of publications. Even now people say it's a tail. It is not a tail. It is called, that's why I'm mentioning you that this is the tail feather. This is the tail. So tail is different from the train feather. This is all called the train feathers. Next. Next, sir. Next slide, please. Okay. Now this, if you look at the feathers, there is not only one type. It consists of different types of the feathers. This is called, the tail is hidden by the external, I already told you. What about these train feathers are metallic green, purple, and the feathers are larger. You know the length of this, it will have up to 1.5 to 2 meters. That means more than my height. If you look at this, the length of this feather is 5 to 6 feet. And how many? One male peacock consisting of 100 to 150 feathers. See, I try to understand that it carries the weight of the 150 feathers. It's very amazing, very interesting. So we must know about these features. Now, what is the other type? We have the sword type, half moon type, and there is oscillated. We say eye. Okay, so this eye feather is very beautiful, ornamental nature. It consists of the blue patch in the center, surrounded brown patch and blue line. So these are the various types of feathers we can just say in the peacock, in the male one. Next one. Okay, now if you look at the arrangement of these, very interesting. How these feathers are arranged. Look at this half moon feather, and we have the sword feather, we have the eye feathers, oscillate. I told you. So there are, what are these feathers? Why these feathers are there? As a biologist, as a zoologist, as a functional morphologist, there is a relationship between the function and morphology. If I want to swim, I must have the fish got fins. Okay, so fin, like that, the function of swimming. For example, for the peacock, you must have the arrangement of train feathers because of the display behavior, dancing behavior. Now, for example, the sword feather, it's a very thick in nature, the base, because it has to hold the other feathers. Oh, it's a very thick, it is the bottom one, so that it can carry this one. What is the function of these half moon feathers? Look at these half moon feathers. They are very elongated. I will show you later what is the function. And also we have the eye feathers. Next slide, please. Next slide. I think these participants that you can just hide. No, the participant. Okay. Now, if you look at here, see this, I told you functional morphology of this half moon feather. When it is not in display, when the dancing, the train feather just, you think that it's touching the ground. No, it won't allow the feathers to touch. Which one? The open feather only touches, but not the system. Why? What is the function given? In order to protect these ornamental beauty feathers, these open feathers play a very good role. These open feathers are the elongated of all these feather types. That is why. So it has to protect, because if it is damaged, it cannot display properly. It cannot attract the peahen or the partner. I'll tell you that one. Okay, next one. Now we have studied about the various external features, or we say the morphology of the male one or the peacock. Now the next one is the peahen or the female, adult female. Look at this. So I already told you there is a difference between the male and the female. Next one. Next one. Okay. Now look at this. The different external features of this, or the color of this peahen. You have the tufted fan-like structure. Now here it is actually color is different from the male one. Head is brown color. Bill is brown. Side of the head throat, it is a white. Here you can see this white one. And lower neck, metallic green. That is what we different. That's a blue color, sapphire color. Whereas here, it is a green color. So you might have seen peacock, but you are not observed these structures or the difference in the colors very carefully. Yeah, that is the very unfortunate for the zoologists, but especially students. So when I know that the students are not interested in study of the morphological feature. And at the same time, I always, for the students' sake, I say when you have a film, you go to a movie, you have a hero like Amitabh Bachchan or Charu Hassan or Manisha Koirala, whoever it may be, or Sridevi, what you do? You observe each and every character, the external features, very carefully. You go to theater and sit and you study from the top to bottom and each, what is her eye, what is not only that structural feature, but what is the eye. For example, I'm wearing this shirt like cine actor. What happened? You just observe this, what is the fashion I'm wearing, and the buttons, you go to tailor and explain. But unfortunately, the animals, we are not given importance, especially the zoologists, the zoology students. And also, we must give importance for the external, so that you will appreciate the colors, other structural details of the different parts of the body. Okay, this one, if you look at the upper parts, I told you it's a green color, metallic green color. You see the upper parts here, it's also different. The parts are faintly mottled or spotted. If you look at this, it is spotted. The tail is brown in color, but there is no train feather. The ornamental train feathers are absent in the case of the peahen. That is the difference. So female. So that is why I just for sake I'll say that once I had been to one place in Tamilnadu, Tiruchirappalli. There is one forest official. Just when I met Sathyanarayana thought, what happened? You come to that. They brought an ugly peacock like that in the exhibition. When I went there, they said they kept in the for visitors this one female. Then I told to that officer, don't give adjectives. Don't say ugly, good, bad, because that may be you say bad, but it's not a bad. It is the natural one. The male enjoy the attracted. The female is attracted to the male. Male is attracted to the female. That is what we should not say adjective bad or good, ugly. We should not. See, this is also very beautiful quote. The female character feature. Kindly study all the character feature of any animal. Next one. Okay. Now chick. We are coming to the chick. See, you know that after the incubation of laying the eggs, 5 eggs, 4 to 5 eggs, then they incubate for like our chick 23 days, and the chick will hatch out. And one interesting thing is, as my field observation for more than 3 decades, I went to field, I could not see the chick one. The age is less than 30 days. If you go to field, very, very difficult to observe 10 days old. Why? Because the wings are not developed. The mother won't allow to go out. But how will you identify whether chick is there? These are called white feather, natal feathers. When it's hatched out, only you have mostly less than that, you have the white. By this we identify the chick is there. But I tried, I moved, searched, it won't show, it won't come out from the whatever the thorny bushes. It will be hiding the thorn because of the predators. Like eagles are there, the other animals are there. It may go and attack because this young one cannot fly. The wing development takes some more time. That is one interesting observation I made it. So it is a very challenging to the field biologist or to the zoologist or the animal behavior researchers. Very, very interesting. If anybody has seen, you can share the photographs of anybody. Very, very difficult. This is one I challenge because we have to challenge the PM. See, it's a challenge between a researcher, a field worker, and the animal. Who is intelligent? It is me, the man? No, it is the animal. You can learn the behavior, how to protect the young one. We can learn from the parental behavior from this, not only from peacock, from the all animals. I know a lot of behaviors from the these animals. Excellent. Thankful these our animals. Next. Okay, now this is the one most of the people not knowing to identify between the subadults. Adults, chicks we have seen. Now we see the structures. These are the different from the adult one and chicks. Look at this male one. There is no ornamental feather, tail feather not developed. Look at this color, slowly is coming the blue, and see the wing pattern and also the upper parts. So you have to see it's a dark one, barred with buff. This is called subadult male. In the field, we are not able to do a lot of people. Now the female, you look at this female, the green color has not developed perfectly. It is subadult male and female. We have to identify which is the subadult. So we say that people think that there is no feathers for this one. They say that's all plucked. People say that is a plucked, removed. And how can it's not possible? I tried several times. You cannot go near a peacock in the field. Very, very difficult. They are the very fast runners. You can my click sound of my camera on those days, it will run away. So that is what they're very cautious. Don't think that some people think that all the feathers are plucked. It is a subadult. So we can be able to differentiate between the adult peacock, the peahen, the chick, subadult male, and subadult female. Next slide, please. Okay, now we are coming to distribution. Where are these Indian Blue Peafowl, Peacock status is distributed throughout India. We can also in the other countries, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. Next one. Okay, now we are coming to habitat, where it lives. Very, very interesting. You must say ecology. That's why I say ecology. What is the environment? Where it lives, which environment it prefers. So it lives, we can see in the agricultural land, which in North India or South India, we can see a lot of villages, agricultural fields like this, agricultural field, and also they prefer the post office stuff, post office juliflora. The people say it is an unwanted exotic species, that is an invasive species. As far as a biologist, as far as a wildlife conservationist, I won't say it is an invasive because for you it's invasive. For the peacock, this habitat is very, very ideal. I told you that when there's a chick, it will just go and hide in these bushes in Tamilnadu villages, like Pudukota district near Tiruchirappalli town or city. So these are the bushes are very, very required for the habitat. And you can also see the various, even in the forest areas, we can also give in the Mudumalai Wildlife Sanctuary. We are taking the Mudumalai Wildlife Sanctuary. In the forest areas also, one can cite these Indian Blue Peafowl Peacock status. Next one. Okay, now coming to the behavior. Now we have studied about the external features, the morphology of the animal. Then we have studied about the environmental ecology, habitat of these animals. And now we are going to study various behavioral aspects. Okay, what are these behavioral aspects? First, I am going to study social behavior. They are all social like us, human beings, because they are the group living animal like this. They are all the group living animals. Very interesting that See, the females, subadults, there will be chicks also. This stage is juveniles are there. This stage is juvenile stage. They will just roam in the like a group, like a flock. You can see this side, all male group, very interesting. We say bachelor group. Even the human beings, we have bachelor groups. So they want to mingle with the old age people like us. I know the age different. So youth, we say youth. For example, in students, they won't like me to come to the movie also in the queue because they feel very bad, very bad. And if you go to any shopping area, if you look at you, it's the age people and young youth. So like that, this outside the breeding season. So these males, the peacocks, they separate from the female or the group. They go and wander. They lead a life like a bachelor. So we say it's all bachelor men. It's not only in the peacock, in most of the animal, they have the all bachelor group. That's called, we say, all male group. Next one. Okay. Now, what is the other behavior I have studied? Resting. Yes. The peacocks or the peafowl, male and both, they will take rest. When did you take the rest? Morning, when you come down from 5, 6 o'clock, first sun, sunlight comes by 7 o'clock, 6:30, they come down from their roosting or sleeping time. And then they'll be very active, feeding on that. And if there is a hot sun, they don't, most of the animals, they don't like, by 10 o'clock or what they will do, they dope the, that's why I said Prosofi scrub. In the villages of Tamilnadu or in the Pudukkot district, they prefer the scrub like this. So scrub for us is very important for the resting of these peafowls. Now like this, they also rest in the tall trees. They also go to the tall trees and they take the rest like this. And one other behavior, the breeding. Breeding means in order to remove the ectoparasites. Because you know the bird louse, excellent problem. We have the ticks, we have all bird louse is there, we have mice are there. You are very familiar all the time. They will go and do like this in order to maintain the feathers also. Hygienic, they keep clean their feathers. So frequently, with the whole feeding, we also study them. What is the behavior, activity pattern? This one activity pattern. How much they time for resting? How much time they for breeding? How much time they spend for running? Like that, we study them in the field. And you know that the peacocks are very good runners. Very good runners. That's why I told you that people used to say, sir, kya karega na? The more cup, the feathers, they will pull it. No, it is very, very difficult for information. It won't come and attack you also. When it's there, it will run very fast. When I go to the field with this, even their slightest disturbance, they felt it that I am there, it will run away. Like they are the very fast runners. We cannot reach the peafowls in the field as you think. Next one. Okay, now drink. Whether the peacock will drink, I will also use the term peafowl because peacock is male. So the peafowl, yes, it drinks water. Drinks water. People say whether it can fly. Yes, it can fly not like the original birds. It can fly when it's in danger from the ground to the tree top. Very, very few meters. Not like the other. We cannot go completely fly because of the weight of this body. So they will go to a tall tree, top of the tree, in order to have a protection from the enemies. That is called. They also fly, not like the true flyers of the bird. Next. Okay, now it's a very, very important. As a field biologist, as a wildlife conservationist, if you want to protection, if you are interested in protecting of the animals, you must study about the feeding behavior. In ecology, study of the animal behavior is termed as ecology. One who studies about the behavior of the animal is called ethologist. I have very much interest in the ethology. I became an ethologist because I was teaching to my students at A.V.C. MSc Wildlife Biology for more than 2 decades because I'm very much interested in the behavior of the animal. So that's why in the peafowls also I study behavior, foraging behavior. The term is called feeding behavior is known as in the ethology foraging behavior. Foraging. Foraging behavior means feeding behavior of the animal. Now I studied in the field and always I used to my students and researchers give when you have a digital camera, give the date and time. It will show that I went to the field. It is called the proof. People say, sir, you have downloaded from them. That's why I give the date and time and all my pictures, date and time I record it. That means this one I studied the field studies when I studied. So after my work, I never say I retired. When I worked from A.V.C. college from 2010, I moved to Chennai and I applied for University Grants Commission Emeritus professorship, and there I was able to do the field research after the A.V.C. college in 2011 to 12 in the field. Then I was studying about the feeding behavior of the peafowls. Next one. Okay, now it's very interesting that the people, they feed on the paddy, like this paddy field in the villages of the Tamilnadu Pudukkottai district. And sometimes I used to also prepare the Hindi, those who can also read the Hindi names for the English. Now, this is called the finger millet. You saw that we have the finger millet, and we have the chilies. Yeah, they love to eat the chilies, onions. Yes, they pull the onion and then eat very well. And the cotton buds. So thankful to these animals. Even our eating behavior, preference for the food items, we learn from the animals. You know how many of you tasted this cotton bud? You may laugh at me. It's a very funny. Sir, how can you eat the cotton bud? Yes. When the farmer told me, sir, I said, how could you? Then he asked me, sir, you taste one. Very, very delicious, very sweet and very tasty. And the tomato, yes, it prefer groundnut. It peels the groundnut and it's sesame and black ants. So it also prefers the plant material and the animal matter. You can ask me why it prefers the animal matter. Because, yes, in order to get the protein-rich food, the animal matter, the animal resources are very good, or they are the protein-rich food item for the animals also, even for us. Protein is very protein-rich. You have to take the animal matter. Next one. Okay, now you can ask me how you know that whether it will. I cannot cut off on the your peacock or the peahen in order to study what are the food items they eat. You know that it's a wildlife act, so they won't allow me to capture and also to kill for my studies. Okay, now in order to indirect evidence. See, directly in the field we observe with your binocular or from your naked eye, we observe, we record whatever. And in case in order to evidence, we take indirect food items. What will you do this? You have the droppings. We say the fecal matter. No, it's dropping of the bird. So these droppings we collect from the field. This is the male one, peacock. There is a difference even in the droppings. The tubular structure is the peahen. Female, the feces or the stools, we say it's a droppings. That's the difference we can do. We collect them from the field, we dry it, bring you to the laboratory, we take mortar and pestle and we crush it. And what we do, we just find out the parts, insect parts like this. It is insect parts, like the black ant. Because these parts are not digestible. Because of the cuticle, hard structure, they cannot digest. But what you can also ask me, what about the soft bodied? We cannot get the soft bodied animals in this. Now they also like paddy husk. So we also paddy after they eat paddy. Like you go to the flour mill, you take the paddy, and unfortunately, most of our students they don't know what is paddy because they get in Tamilnadu, they will get the rice, so they have not seen the paddy also. So these are the paddy. We get the husk. Like a flour mill, the peacock grinds. It functions as a flour mill and separates the rice and the husk. That's a very interesting one. Next one. Okay, now I'll say that this again I am interested in they also take the grit, small stones. You got small sandstones. You can have this stone. They may get for the minerals or for the grinding purpose. Now they take the paddy like this one. I don't have peacock. So similar to the one hen. I chosen this picture. You can there is a gizzard. So this gizzard is there. This is called the flour mill. This acts as a mill. This is called the functional morphology. The structure acts as a flour mill. This is a gizzard. So once the paddy goes inside, it acts as a flour mill, separate the husk cover of the paddy, and rice will come separately. And the peafowl consumed actually it takes only the digest the rice and husk is sent out along. That is why in the droppings we got the husk. You don't believe when I do this one analysis indirect, really 90 to 90% consisting of only the husk. They prefer paddy, 98% paddy, other miscellaneous. So this is called the grit. So they take the stones in this mill, and this helps this grinding business, removing of the. It's very interesting. This we study of the functional morphology. So all the biologists must talk about not only structures, not only function, what is functional mark. Because of this function, the structures are modified or structures are adopted for the feeding behavior. Next one. Okay, now roosting, whether we can sleep or not. Yes, like us, they will have a bedrooms like this. This is called a roosting behavior. During the night time, after 6 o'clock, they will go to the roosting. How will we study? I will wait near the roosting sites, the trees, wherever I know that where it will come. We'll go there by 5:30. After the feeding, it will roam for 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers. Then it will return to the same place like a same bedroom. It is called the, I say bedroom, it's called the roosting site. In ecology, say roosting behavior or the roosting. So on the top of the tree, the animals will go and stay there. Why it prepare the open canopy? In order to see that is there any predators coming. Next one. Okay, now very interesting, maybe the breeding behavior, very interesting. That's called the display behavior. We say it's a display, it shows, exhibits. It's called display or the breeding behavior. Next one. Okay, now when I talk about the breeding behavior, you must say mating system. So peafowls mate with male and female. One male associated with many females, one male associated with, like here, one male more than one female. Okay, this is called the polygynous. Okay, polygynous. And here polyandrous on the opposite side. One female prefers mating with more than one male. So this is called polyandrous, polygynous. We say generally polygamous. It prefers more than one sex. So in the behavior of the peacock, mostly birds, we have the monogamy, one male, one female. Here in the case of peacock, they will have more than one male mating with the more than one female mating with the female. That is called the polygamous type. Next one. Next one. Okay. Now very interesting, you must know where it displays, where it is going to dance. It is called the leg area. We say it's a leg behavior. What's a leg? It's a small defined area in the field. If you go there, you can say it's like this small defined area. The peacock males establish its own area. We say it's a territory permanently. Every year it goes to the same place. It won't allow the other males. Others, it is called the same place, traditional place. Every year they prefer to their own lake area. And what purpose? For the courtship, for the display, to exhibit the dancing behavior or display behavior and elaborate displays. So peacocks use same leg. It is called traditional leg. But sometimes the male not only prefer only one leg area for dancing stage. I'll say it's a dancing stage, display stage. More than one also. It is called multiple leg. So you must also know what is a leg. Leg is nothing but a defined small territory maintained the male in order to display or the dance, in order to attract the female hens during the breeding season. That is the importance of the leg behavior, leg LEK. Next one. Okay, now, what is territorial behavior? When there is a territory, I told you, they maintain a territory. When there is other male comes, adult male, what happens? They have a conflict, like us. So like this. So if they come to that area, they will fight. This is called legs close to each other. They will involve in the territorial conflict, like us. When we have the compound wall, somebody encroaches, we have a conflict, like neighbor problem. Like this here also neighbor problem. In the animals also, whatever a bird, in all the animals, we have this territorial conflict behavior. Next one. Okay, now, if you look at the breeding behavior, I told you they will establish they will actually display what is the open area. What are the character feature of this behavior? So they will have an open place. Why? It should be very visible. When the male is dancing, it has to attract the peahen. And the peahens must be very able to observable, watchable. So they will prefer a open, not in the dense forest. They will go to the open area like this, like this, like this. Next one. Okay. This they visit the legs. Why the females or the males? They will go to the legs. The males will show the physical strength. They would still feel I am very, very powerful. Okay, so like this. So why? For the purpose of fertilization. This is again biological significance. What the functional significance of this behavior of the display? Yes, leg behavior, the display behavior, in order to show the strength or the power of the male, it exhibits, go on dance. Okay, now not only that, for the purpose of fertilization, ultimately that is for the mating and fertilization, in order to get a very good progeny, next generation. Next one. Okay, now very interesting, the leg area, where it chooses leg area. And not everywhere it chooses. There are the features where the shellac legs are interconnected by paths. Here, you can see these paths. This is called the circular item. This is called, we say, interconnected leg area. This is the why? Because during the breeding season, the peahens are wanderers. They will one place, they'll go on move. Why? In order to choose the best partner, one peacock will be dancing here in this lake area. Another one, if you go to the few meters, the another peacock will be dancing in the other territory. They will be going and dancing, displaying. The females wander, and finally they will come and choose this best partner, and they mate. That is very, very interesting. This is the biological significance of the legs, the choosing the legs, character feature of the legs, where the path. So I always say that why you choose that even in the human behavior, where the youth go and stand. Not everywhere. Where there is a circle, where you have the roundana, wherever we have the people are coming, especially female or the girls coming there, they will stand here, and so that each approach for the people. Like that peacock also chooses the leg area like this. Next one. Okay. I told you what is the significance of the leg and display behavior. Legging behavior enables the peahen to access to best genes. I told you the physical strength. They will go and dance, prefer all those things. Why? What is significant? Biological significance. Yes, it is for in order to choose the male with the best sperm or the best gene material or the best chromosome. From mating with the most attractive peacock, male's physical strength for the purpose of that is the very biologically important, not very simple peacock, but this is the biological significance of the leg behavior. Next one, or the your display behavior. I think what is display? Where it will display? When it display, it will when it see, don't want to waste energy. Whenever the females are there, whenever the females immediately what you will do, like human behavior. Whenever you see the one female, you exhibit all your behaviors, right? Like that peacock also what they will do, immediately they will what they will do, immediately they erect. See, they'll be going like this. Whenever the female is there, they will just erect like this. Suddenly, from here to the suddenly to raise its feathers. So then it will give strict, it's a stiff erect. It is called the strut. Suddenly it will do like this. It's called stiff erect and exhibit different types of courtship behavior. They will go on different way in order to attract the peahen, like, and the peahens will be observing, very, very silently observing the dancing behavior and display behavior of this male like this. Next one. Okay, now I always say that why they display leg area is considered as the Swayamvara. This is the in the king's palace. This called hall is called Swayamvara. Why they chose Swayamvara those days? Kings, in order to get the best child, baby, for the next generation, because he has to or she has to protect entire kingdom. That's why always the animal behavior. I always compare the human behavior. This is called male advertising behavior. Now, what about our boys? You are all of you very familiar. We also did. You won't go enter into the buses. You just hang on that way in order to exhibit your behavior to the other sex. So this is what how boys will do. Youth, this is the behavior. Like the animals, we also do that. They always so that easily the boys will understand, my students will understand very well what the behavior of the peacock and other animal. This is called display behavior, male advertising behavior, like your people. Next one. Okay. Now, adult prefer display like this. They will go on dance. Not only that, whenever there's female, suddenly, immediately it will turn, about turn. We say about turn in NCC parade. If the peacock will dance and they will vibrate, all this they give a rattle sound. This will give a sound. Why? Oh, I am dancing. You are not seeing me. You are not observing. They make rattles, snakes sound, like that. That means, like, oh, look at me, I'm dancing. You are not looking at me. Please. So like that, our boys, what they will do? Not only they go for footpath travel, what they will do? If the girls not to attract them, whistle, they will whistle, and they make all sorts of noise in order to, why there is a place inside the bus, but they won't go enter inside. They will hang. See my physical strength, see my nature, see my all exhibiting display. You are not looking, come on, whistle. And they throw back in the buses also. Look at me like that. So the same behavior they will attract. And after that, see like this, suddenly they will turn like this, and after that, they will closely come to the female and look at me, they will go on that. Female just as if not bothered, they will also observe all those things, but see like that. See female going on feeding like that. Next one. Display activity. What is the time? Actually, I told you the roosting tree, they go the night time. After the 6 o'clock, I used to go to the field by 5:30 a.m. before my peacock comes down from the roosting tree, from the bedroom. I must won't wait, so they will light on. So when it comes, I have recorded that time. Usually, first sunlight. When is that? When is the first sunlight? Like this. I have taken the picture. Time also I recorded. So when there's a first light, they will come start displaying. What is the significance of it? Why it has to come to light? Because we know that the ornamental feathers are there, like this blue color. The light has to fall on this because it has a fizz. We have the crystal property, crystalline property. This is called function. You know physics, you have studied about crystals. So when you have changed the angle of the crystal, what it will do? It will actually change the color. Like the peacock feather also, we have a lot of crystals in that, thousands of crystals. Like it consists of 1,000 crystals. When you change this and use the sunlight in a different angle. Next one. Next one. Okay, now is it true or not? So how I came to that, when I'm going through the browsing through the Google search, I came to that one Chinese professor has found out, a physics professor observed under the microscope and found out lot of crystals, thousands of crystals, each feather can thousands of crystals. So he said it's a crystalline property what we have studied, so not by pigments. These colors are not because of the pigment, because of the crystalline property they show. This is called functional morphology. The structure is crystalline, and we have the function is that it will, when you change the angle, the colors are. That is why we have beautiful your like rainbow colors also will get it. Next one. Now, display by male, okay, what is the period? In Tamil Nadu, it's April to October, whereas in North India it's different. From June it starts, different state, different breeding behavior. So display April to October, like this. Next. Okay, now, display behavior in the morning and evening hours, where mostly the peacocks prefer during the morning hours. During the daytime, morning hour they prefer, and evening hours not much. And when I say studied about that, we have the 30 frequency during the morning hours, during the evening hours. There is a difference between the morning and evening displays. Mostly they prefer. What is the time duration? I observed from 4 minutes to 120 minutes. One peacock, one individual will have seen 120 minutes continuously displaying, provided the female partner is there. The females are coming to them. Very important. When the females are there, it will go on then. Look at me, because see my strength. There are the individuals which will go on display continuously. I have recorded in the Tamil Nadu, one village, the display duration, it varies from 4 to 120 minutes. It's a wonder. Next one. Okay, display, I told you, What is the frequency? Months. It starts from the April. Period is August is a very, very peak period. Display continuously you can see in the field. And September it declines. October, November, it is a breeding season now it comes. So it declines. Next one. Secure leg behavior. I already explained you the same thing. I don't want to repeat because of the genes. Next one. Okay. Communicate. Yes, they will communicate with each other. This is called the calling behavior, audial behavior. You know about the peacock, how it's a kya, 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 kya. And how many of you has observed, heard the female? Female sound is burr, burr, not very, very audible. Burr, burr. If you go to field, burr, burr. And one interesting this, once I have recorded the chick sound because the mother and the siblings left for the feeding in one bush. I could not see that young one. They're giving, ma, 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 ma. Like this is excellent behavior. I could not take the photograph or the video, but I heard that very ma, ma. So as a territorial claim, they will also give sounds during the breeding season. They give like kya, 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 pion, pion, pion. That is called the territorial calling or the territorial call. Next one. Next. Okay, the mating is a very, very interesting. A lot of you have seen in the media, all those ideas, everybody is worried. This is a mating. Whether the peafowl, the peacock, mate or not. Yes, the Indian blue peafowl mating is there. This one I took in the when I went to the Ajmer MDS University. There I took pictures in the Kayad village near the Ajmer University. Kayad village, small village. I went there because my professor K.K. Sharma, who is as well professor vice chancellor, has invited me there and for the UGC emeritus law. So they also made like this. Next one. Okay. So no mating. There are reports are there. Lot of reports and people as the peacock never mate. There's a misbelief that no mating. They lick this peacock. When I went to villages of Tamilnadu, the farmers say that, sir, they won't mate. They will what they will do? They will lick sperm because the pellet droppings I showed you like this dropping. They're the white. It's called the uric acid. The people think casual observation. They thought it's all sperms. So that's why they lick the sperms. It's not a sperm, it is the uric acid. When we have the birds, we have the white structure, all the birds, we have the uric acid. And when they look like this, they think that it is just licking that. And other thing is they drop. They will also, the peahen, female, swallow the drops of this peacock and they never met. This is one report they flagged, everybody's mad. There's unfortunately this thing happened in India. Next one. Okay, now, whether they lay eggs, yes, like the hen, other egg, they will lay 4 to 5 eggs like this, creamy white color. Next one. Now, it lays the eggs and it incubates like our chick, the hen, sorry. So it is incubation, 23 days, and hatches. The young one comes out like this. And this one I tried even in the Ajmer University campus. Once I have my research fellows, my friends helped me. I cited this. This is in the Ajmer University campus. And after the hatching, I went there, and the chick is there inside the bushes here. And when I went for my video camera, and you won't believe, the female has just flown like within seconds, and it has carried the young one in the bushes. I searched for 1 hour. It is not showing me. It is actually threatening me, going me, and that's called threat posture by this female I observed. I only found out natal feathers are there. So I said chicks are there. Next one. Okay. Now, this is called one in parental care. Yes. Shall I take 5 to 3 minutes, 10 minutes? No problem. 10 minutes. I finish it. Okay. The peacock do not involve the parental care. The male won't involve in the parental care. Only female involves in the, or the peahen involves the parent. Looking after the chicks are young one. So only one. In some animals, birds, we have both like a house sparrow. What happened? Both male and female involve the parental care. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. Now, after the breeding season, after the display, October, November in Tamilnadu, what happens? All the feathers they will shed. All the trained feathers, ornamental feathers are shed. This is called shedding season, shedding behavior. naturally the feathers are shed. Here also, all of you kindly take it a point. Very interesting. All of you must know that the peacock shed every year after breeding season some 100 to 150 all the trained feather like this. I observed this like this. It shed each one by one, and it sheds all the feathers, and these feathers are shed, and whether it grows or not again, yes, it regrows. I have taken pictures after the breeding season, after shedding period. Once again, the feathers will come back. So it's natural one every year, one male sheds 100. Then think about all the males in India. Lakhs of birds are there. So it sheds what is the bulk of this feather. Next one. So it again regrows. Don't worry. Once it sheds, it goes there. Next one. Next one, please. Okay, now before that, please kindly, people are telling that the peafowl feather trade should be stopped. Other thing I will explain afterward. Kindly, the peacock feathers are shed. Even 2000 years back, our Sangam poets, they observed this. They have mentioned the pili. Pili means natural. In Tamil, it says the pili. Pili means naturally shed feathers is termed as pili in Sangam literature. And what are the predators in the field? We have the dogs, we have the cats, we have mongoose and the monkeys in the field. Next. And next, one big problem is the conflict between the farmer and the peacock, like other elephant and the farmer. This is called man-wild animal conflict because it damages the crops and the farmer won't keep quiet. Next. Okay, now what I told you, conflict, how it comes. The farmer, what happened? He take the poison, he take the seeds, like maybe bajra, whatever it may be paddy, and he mixes it with the poison, like chemical, like a pesticide, and just throws on the field. When this peafowl comes to the field and consume that, they will die. So he emphasized that the poison is not for collecting of the feathers. See, the feathers are there intact. After killing, the farmer has killed this unfortunate thing, but not for the feathers. Farmer kills, or the killing of the feathers, I observed that only for the purpose of protecting the crops. That's why everybody must note it. Next one. Now, there are poaching also happens. People think the wrong misbelief that if you consume the peacock meat, you will become very vital. And no, this is like Viagra. This all the misbelief, myths. Poachers are arrested. This also happens. These are the problems we face in the field. Next one. Okay, now the other thing is habitat destruction, damage. So they will post office cup, they are spoiling because the tea shops in nearby towns, they will just cut this post office and put it that they convert it to coal. These are the traditional tea making boilers. We have the hot water boilers in the tea shop. For that they use coal. Now the people are not using much coal. They are all the gas. Next one. Now, this also for the real estate, all conversion of this village land, everything agricultural land into real estate. This was the biggest problem. This and also conversion of the highways. Mostly the only one lane was there those days, and now it has been 4 lane, 6 lane, and all the trees are cut. These are the people, the villagers, they find it very difficult. Next one. Next one. Now, before that, you can ask from the villages, they moved to all places. If in Tamilnadu, from Tiruchirappalli, when we have the Tirunelveli to Tiruchirappalli, where I studied Pudukkottai, they moved to Tiruchirappalli, they went to the nearby town, Tanjavur, and also the Kumbakonam, to Mayiladuturai, even up to the city. So they are called, what is the NRIs? Non-resident immigrants. I tell them as non-resident, like us from the villages, we come to cities, Chennai, Bangalore, or Delhi, or you go to USA, we are all the non-resident immigrants. These peacocks not disappear. It has moved because of nuisance, disturbance. They have moved to other places. So I say they are the NRI peacock. They moved to the different, and we have to study that. And for all these threats, who is responsible? It is the peafowl, the peacock. It is the man. It is you and I. It is the we are responsible for this tragedy. Kindly note down this. Next one. Okay, now there are conservation. There are protection. There are legal protection to this animal. So our legal protection to peafowl. These peafowls are protected under Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972 under section 51A of the schedule. Killing of peacocks are prohibited. Hunting of peacock is an offense. Hunting and selling of peacock meat is punishable. What is the punishment? Imprisonment up to 3 to 7 years will be put on jail. Fine is 10,000. Export of peacock feathers are banned. Peacock feather trophies are banned only for export. I underline for only for the export purpose. These are the various wildlife act. Next one. So here, as for if you look at the Wildlife Act in the chapter 5, trade or commerce of wild animals, nothing in this section will apply to the tail feather. See, this is why I said wrong. The government of India, Minister of Environment, in the legal issue, tail feather of peacock. No, it is not tail feather. I wrote to ministry, but they're not train feather. Suppose somebody go to court, I have not poached the tail feather. He has taken only tail feather. See, this is law point. See, I am right. See, this is not a tail feather. It's a train feather. Wrongly mentioned tail feather. It's not included under wildlife protection. You can, because dealing in trophy and animal article without license will be provided further, but nothing mentioned in the law. So that's why I said that there's no law with regard to the selling of the peacock feather trade in India. Next one. Okay, now, so already told you 49A does not include tail feather or train feather or peacock in article trophy thereon, like this. Next one. Now, people say that they have killed all the peacock feathers come from after killing the peacock. No, when they shed feathers, the villages I've seen, the village boys, villagers, they collect this and they sell it to the people, the wholesale in the Viralimalaya town. They take it there, they will sell this. And next one. Now, I will ask question. When the people say that they kill for peacock for the feather, if there are bundles of peacock feathers there in India, you know that. If you go to Agra, every places, or you go to Rajasthan, everywhere, the traders, they collect bundles. Where it comes from? If it is come from the killing of the peacock, that means thousands of peacock would have killed now. Have you observed? No. That's what my point. I want to just say, you have to give a feedback. If such is the case, bundles of peacock, where it comes? After killing that means, how many peacocks are killed for this one? No, because it sheds everywhere. Because I used to go to T Nagar in Chennai, wherever the shopping mall, they used to sell, especially from the North Indian, like Rajasthan people, boys will sell. क्या करेंगे आप क्या कर सर मैं पता ही नहीं ना ये मोर का शेड करेंगे ना see he is uneducated the trade seller in the street. I used to go to T Nagar. If you go to Pandi Bazaar, they used to sell in the shopping, and they used to tell it in Hindi. तो क्या करेंगे सर आपको पता ही नहीं शेड करेंगे ना killing नहीं. Even I went to the tribal people in Narikurawa in Tamilnadu and asked that fellow, sir, where can I go, sir, for just for 100 rupees? You meant to say I go to forest with a gun to shoot the feather for feathers. I am not a foolish fellow. So see, these are things we must know, because science must play a very good role. I told you scientific research, this is a science. Science should be taken to the common man. Science should be taken to the animal welfare groups, animal activist group. We must say, educate them, then we can decide. Next one. We take 3 minutes. Next. Quickly finish. Now, in the village happily, they are not killing what they will do, they are not putting poison. Villagers, they protect with the scaring methods. This is called a mechanical device to scare. This is called scarecrows. We have seen this wherever we have. And also the traditional man. This is very, very traditional in the village. I met a farmer. He used to put the sound. It's audio. So bird scare them. Next one. Human scarers. Next. The ribbons. Earlier, when I was doing my field work in 1980s, they were using the audio tape. We have the tape recorder, audio tape. They will put it there, and they will have a twisting. They will scare. And we have the highways ribbon. Now, what I said, I have got from the reflective ribbon from the Ornithology Agricultural Society from Hyderabad. They were using for other birds. Then I tried in the villages on the ribbon. It is called the reflective ribbon. One side it will be red color, white color. It cost very minimum 50,000. We twisted and installed. And actually, when there is sunlight, it actually drives this. We can use as a mechanical device in order to protect the crops and also protect the peacocks. Next one. Okay. Now there is a religious belief. Why we have give conservation? Religious belief also plays. It is because all the animals are sanctified. with the gods and goddesses. And in India, we have religious sentiment. That is why we are able to protect, like Vahana for Lord Muruga, and we have Krishna, the others. So we have the sacred trees, like you have the ficus tree, banyan tree. These are the roosting trees are protected. Next one. Very good. Like, two more. So this is what I emphasize all my teachers, fellows, students, and researchers. If you are thinking of 1 year ahead, raise the paddy, grow the paddy. If you want to live for 10 years, you do for tree plantation. Very important. Tree plantation program. Why we are doing tree plantation? If you want to live for 10 years. Suppose if you want to live for 100 years, educate the people awareness, which I am doing now. This is as the principal has already told that, please kindly don't do your research methodology, all those academic people. It's a common talk. This I say prepared for the popular talk. See, the scientist must come forward, biologist must come forward to become a popular talk. Reach to the people, common man. It will be understandable. That is the awareness program. That's what I am doing after my research program, all those. I cannot give data for all this common. So this is called, if you want to live for 100 years, educate the people like what I am doing. This is called awareness program. To sensitize the stakeholders, not only students and all, we also give the professional like engineers also. Next one. Next one. Oh, cultural program. Again, we have a lot of cultural program in order to have the talk about the importance of the peacocks. Next one. Not 2 slides. Next one. Oh, now we have in Tamilnadu, we have called the Kavadi Attam or the Mayiladuturai. Peacock dance, we do the traditional dancing in order to just say that peacocks are very, very important. Next one. Next one, please. Okay. So with this, I thank our principal and the other organizing committee member, the staff members of the college, and also all the participants, my student friends, and also I especially thank the senior for like Dr. Jha, and also my professor, Professor Kanak Sabai, and also retired marine biology scientist Chandrasekhar, and other people, academic people. And thank you very much for having given me an opportunity. Thanking you once again.
A lot of congratulations, Dr. Sathyanarayan, for your exhaustive presentation on peacock. I have a question.
Right.
Whether any of the structure of peacock or peahen or any of their activity has biomimetic implications, any source of or basis of any other invention?
Biomagnetic.
Any of the activity or the structure of the bird has led to any biomimetic invention?
See, actually, people say that's I told you that because the crystal property, I told you one feather, we have a lot of crystals in each feather. One physics professor found out that's a crystals. Because of crystals, when they display, when the light falls, they will attract the peahens. Color changes. That's one scientific discovery they found out. Other thing is that the peahen selects on the length of the bird, length of all the period of display behavior. These are the scientific information. Like actually what you are asking us is that this one they have found, only this thing they found out.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Anybody else?
Dr. Sathyanarayana. This is V.S. Chandrasekharan.
Hi.
Thank you for the wonderful lecture. Just I want to ask only one question.
Okay.
Whether the peacock, this peafowl, population has increased overall in India or decreased?
This is a very interesting question and unanswerable question because you know that we do not have the data.
Okay.
Say the problem is in India we have few numbers of tigers.
Okay.
We argue the field violence, right? Say whether it's a 4,000, 5,000, 4,000, 24, we are not able to get the right census for the violence. Whatever, think about the bird, very whatever. See, we do not have the. I would say the census program not conducted. Pakka in very difficult also because you have to go to roosting cow. We have to go to roosting trees every day. count the trees there, and we have to see that is very, very biggest problem. That's why we do not have this. But I am not a competent to say that. But the decrease of, I say that we have to protect whatever they available from the villages of the Virale Malay. We say that we cannot see that way. They have moved to other places. I said that from the Virale Malay, Pudukkottai district, you know very well. They have moved to Tiruchirappalli to Tanjavur, Tanjavur to Kumbakonam, Mayiladuturai, Pondicherry, even Chennai city. They're all, I said, NRIs. So I said we have to go and study that distribution of that. Then only we can authentically say that whether it's declined or not. Unless otherwise we do not have the reality. I am not competent.
Because why I have asked, because it is our national bird. So we have to, means government should give maximum priority like a tiger.
Yeah.
For peacock also they have to give priority for its conservation.
This is right, yes, Chandrasekhar. Very, very, very interesting that because this is a very unfortunate thing. Usually they give part for elephant, tiger, all those things. But these are the birds. Even there are a lot of things like house, all those things. The government, we have to take up. We cannot depend on. So we have to take up. We suggest them, but these are things happening in India.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for participating, Chandrasekhar.
Thank you, sir.
He's a scientist from Central Marine, the ICL. Retired scientist.
हेलो
Yes.
डॉक्टर साहब नमस्कार
Jaiveer Singh.
yes. सर मैं उत्तर प्रदेश बागपत और सोनीपत क्षेत्र से बिलोंग करता हूँ जो दिल्ली का उत्तर का क्षेत्र है आज से जो आपने परिस्थिति है हमें 3 साल पहले इस पर काम करने की आवश्यकता थी
We can translate in English because let him talk in Hindi. You can translate because I'm not very good.
सर मैं हिंदी में बोलूँगा मुझे अंग्रेजी नहीं आती तो मेरे यहाँ पर पिकॉक की संख्या बहुत ज़्यादा थी लेकिन ओलावृष्टि बागों का ना होना गार्डन का शुगर कैन की 90% खेती करना और पेस्टिसाइड का उपयोग करना इससे लगभग मेरे यहाँ के पिकॉक खत्म हो चुके हैं फिनिश हो चुके हैं लगभग तो जो आपने प्रस्तुति दी हमें 30 ईयर पहले काम करना चाहिए था हम इस पर अब काफी समय निकल गया मेरा एक सवाल ये है कि मोर और सांप हमने देखा कि मोर सांप के ऊपर अटैक करता है तो इन दोनों के संबंध में आप हमें जानकारी देना चाहेंगे क्या
Now, a very, very excellent question because I expected this one. For information, the peacock, the peafowl, not feeding on the snakes. I told you this is a granivorous bird. They prefer 90% of the grains, only 5% of the animal matter, not like snakes. They will have the insects. Because people say that the snake, I have not seen the remains of the snake skeleton. If it has eaten that, in my pellet droppings, I told you droppings we collected. In that, there's no balls of snakes. I authentically say that no, the snakes are not because this is why this is a conservation of our ancestors. They say that you don't worry about the snakes. You don't your snakes. Peacocks are there. They will look after. They will kill. Why they told if you go and kill the snakes, the rat population will increase in the field, agricultural field, because in order to control the rat, we must require the snakes. See how conservation those our ancestors. They are not studied biology or the wildlife biology, but they know the ecosystem, the balancing of the ecosystem. So you don't worry about the snakes, peacock there, because in order to that, it is also not that. So for information, the peacock, why should it go to peacock? It is a granivorous bird. It is not a carnivore. So it won't, and also very difficult also. Whatever the movies, don't think about movies like Nagin, all those things. These are the movies. It is only for media. We should not believe those things. So for information, I have not seen, but people, there are small, the snakes they take, it's very accidental. If I am not getting any food, I go for some other substitute of the alternative food. That means that I am eating on that animal matter. So this is called accidental, not the regular day lifestyle. Good, is it clear?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Shamshiro. Ram Suresh.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, your shirt is very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My question is, how peacock helps nature? Is it a protector or destroyer?
Oh, right. Very good. So when you consider the farmer, he says it's a pest. Okay. Actually pest, but as a biologist, as a conservationist, I always don't use adjectives. It's a pest or enemy or those things. Like Prosopis crop. All the plants, they say invasive species. Don't tell them invasive, unwanted. It's a part of the ecosystem. I told the peacock whether the Prosopis crop. Actually, what happened for the farmer? Yes, it is a pest. We say it's a pest considered or designated as a pest status. But conservation, no. But for information, it feeds on a lot of insects. I told not only black ant, it all the insects. Like we say the pests, they will also go logs, all other. So it's called biological control. It acts as a biological control is there. So it is also acts that. But farmer says that any conflict comes because it is damaging crop. He say it is a you say predator, what they say pest. It is not considered a pest. Actually, it also happens that so we cannot give them designation pest or unwanted thing. It's a part of our ecosystem. We have to protect our crop at the same time pick, right?
Thank you, sir. My another question is, good traveler,
Ah.
how he travels?
Oh, right. Oh, that actually I have seen that when the villagers, if there is no crop nearby, there is no paddy in that area, they will go 2 kilometers. I've seen 2 to 3 kilometers. Whenever available, they will go to 2 to 3 kilometers for feeding. They go there, feed there, come back to the roosting tree. I said, come back to their home where they go to sleep. Same place they will come. I have seen that, observed that. They're very fast. I told you fast runners. In 2 kilometers, I tried one. I could not reach. They're very good fast runners. They go there and for 2 to 3 kilometers daily, they go and feed. That's called foraging grounds. They from the roosting tree, roosting ground, they go to the foraging ground wherever the food available, and then after feeding, they will return slowly to the before evening, before 6 o'clock. That is the behavior I have observed that. And now it is go and migrate. I told you that from the they have become NRIs from the Tiruchirappalli kilometer from the Trichy is 30 kilometers. They travel and they settle there. So yes, they will move for the foraging. Excellent. They do runners and also they move daily and they will come back to the take over.
Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, thank you. Yes. What is the view on the? Okay. Anything else? Any clarification? Yeah. 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 Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for all.
Thank you.
Especially my retired professor Kanakasabai, who also participated in this, and the marine biology, the government of India, retired scientist, Dr. Chandrasekhar, and also Dr. Jha. They're all the excellent, the botany, and also you principal. So I must also congratulate and also appreciate the interest. You have initiated excellent program on London. I wish you good luck for this the webinar program to continue successfully. We wish you all the best to our college. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, I see. I don't know. Oh my God! Like your Madhya Pradesh Vava. Come, come. Oh my God! I don't know how come I. Oh, very good. Oh, right. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Good
Sir,
night.
excuse me.
Ah,
Myself, Chandrasekharan.
okay.
I'm specialized in marine fisheries,
Right.
marine science. I am also a retired scientist. And Dr. Sathyanarayana, he was my senior when we were working for our PhD. I am also happily delivering lectures related to marine science. If you want next lecture, I can
Okay.
deliver. I will communicate with you.
Oh, sure. Very good. Welcome.
Okay. Tomorrow. Okay. Anyway, today night I will send my details. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I have the PPT. Just last week also I delivered one lecture. I hope you all will enjoy it. Let us. I will talk to you or I will message to you. Okay. 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 Thank you. Okay.
We are happy. We are happy that we got one more eminent speaker like Dr. Chandrasekhar. We'll. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Uh, Happy Diwali to everybody.
Yeah.
Happy Diwali, sir.
Okay. Happy Diwali.